everyone, and welcome to our St. Patrick's Day show
and St. Joseph's show also.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
And this now brings us to our next segment.
See you in a little bit.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the Irish Festival. Enjoy as we are going to be enjoying it ourselves too. So come on along with us and let's have some fun.
So, Ella, I have a couple of questions. Actually, sort of silly questions, but we like to have fun.
Oh, yes.
All right, Ella, would you kiss someone who is Irish or get kissed because you're Irish?
Yeah, I think I would like both. I have to pick one or the other.
Well,
I pick both.
If I was single, I would pick both too for you.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather slide down a rainbow or swim in a pot of gold?
I would much rather slide down the rainbow.
Maybe I'm greedy, but I want to be in that pot of gold.
Gold.
Okay, our last silly question.
Yeah.
Would you rather live life dressed as a shamrock or dressed as a leprechaun?
Definitely shamrock, because shamrock means good luck.
We
all need good luck.
I agree with you on that one. Okay, we're done with our silliness now. Brings us
silly
next to
time.
our next segment.
Hi everyone, so guess what I'm making today? I am making potato cheese pierogies. And so now I'm going to combine all the liquid ingredients. Okay, so that's all the liquid ingredients. So what I need 1 egg. I already have it right over here, 1 egg. And 1 egg yolk. So I'm going to do that in a minute with a 1 egg yolk. And now I also need 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. So there we go, 1 tablespoon. And I also need to melt some butter. That's only 1 tablespoon of butter. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the melted butter. I used the microwave to melt it, so I'm going to add it to right there to 1 egg, whole egg, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and now 1 tablespoon of butter. There we go. And now I need to get 1 egg yolk. So what I'm going to do now is use my egg separator right here. Let me see, right there. And I just need the egg yolk and not the whites, the egg whites. So here we go. Let me separate it. Okay, here. Okay, so now I got the 1 egg yolk, and I'm going to pour it in with the other liquid ingredients. So now we got 1 egg, 1 whole egg, 1 whole egg, and 2 egg yolks. So now what I need to do is add 1 teaspoon of salt. Right there, 1 teaspoon. I already have it all measured out. And 1 cup of sour cream right here. Sour cream. Let me mix all this over here. I'm going to add sour cream to it. Right there, sour cream. Okay, mix it all in. So I'm liquefying everything. It's all mixed in. And the 7th ingredient over here, that's 2 cups and 1/4 of all-purpose flour. I'm going to combine the liquid ingredients with all this flour over here. 2 cups and 1/4, 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Be right back. So I have the dough hook attachment on here on my mixer right there. And I already combined the 2 cups of flour, 2 cups and 1/4, 2 1/4 cups of flour with the liquid mixture, and I'm about to start mixing it. Now I'm letting the dough. It's all the dough is all set, all made. I need to let it rest for 15 minutes. So the dough is resting for 15 minutes, about 15 minutes before I roll it out. Okay, so for the filling, I needed to cook, well, peel and cube 4 baking potatoes right there. So now they're all boiled. I already added pepper, and salt. And now I need to add a little bit of onion powder right there, a little tiny bit to taste. And we need to add 1 tablespoon of sour cream. And now 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese right there. See, 1/2 cup right there. And now I need to use my potato masher, mash it all up. And the potatoes are supposed to be hot. Okay, so now the filling, while the dough is resting, I'm making the filling. So first what you want to do is flour the surface, and there, place the dough right on top of it because you don't want the dough sticking to it, and then use your rolling pin. And I'm about to start rolling out the dough. If you don't have this pierogi maker, all you have to do is use your cup or anything with a wide diameter, and just like that. So often, make sure that you dip it in flour so it doesn't stick to the dough. And look at this. So they come out great, just like that, even using the cup. And this one here, it's much easier. You just put pressure on it, and it's done. That's all you have to do. And so I got about 20. You probably have like 21. But if you were to make them smaller, then you would definitely have about 24, 2 dozen. And this is the filling. So it takes about, I don't know, about not a whole tablespoon of filling. And make sure that you have water readily available, so you can just do the sides, the edges right there, so the dough sticks, because they need to be completely sealed. With the pierogi cutter, That's all you do. Just squeeze it like that, and it's done right there. I have the pierogi cutter. All you have to do is to seal the edges. You need to wet it just like I'm doing it, and then just flip it over just like that. Now the fork, you can seal it with a fork too, like just like that. Now I gotta boil some water and start cooking these. All you have to do is boil some water, add a little bit of oil so their pierogies don't stick to the bottom or to each other. And just keep putting in, not too many. And so the water has to be boiling. Once they start rising to the top, so once they're floating, then that means they're all set. Once they cool off a little bit, transfer them to the frying pan. And I have butter. These are pretty much all done. Take care, everyone. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Smacznego.
And so this is the Polish plate. So Merri will have the recipe listed, and with the video, I pretty much go step by step. So if you ever want to make pierogies, fruit pierogies, whatever kind you like, all you have to do is click on our video and click where it says more. So enjoy St. Joseph's Day.
All of a sudden thought of, what about Irish coffee? So I have a very simple recipe that I'd like to share with you. So let's get started. So for the cream topping, that famous cream that goes on top, it makes it look so nice. You're going to first need 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream here. And then you're going to need 1.5 tablespoons of real maple syrup and 1.5 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. And for the drink, again, you're going to need 1 to 2 tablespoons of real maple syrup again. That's for the drink. And 1.5 to 2 ounces of Irish whiskey. Also, too, we're going to need 1/2 to 2/3 of a cup of strong coffee. Let's now start cooking now. So as you can tell, I put the whipping cream and the maple syrup and the vanilla extract, and I have the hand mixer here. So now I'm going to start whipping. I just got done whipping the cream. Now you don't want to make it too thick. You want it to be a little bit on the softer side, because this way you'll be able to drink it when you're drinking your Irish coffee, right? And so now what we're going to do to keep it nice and cold, we're going to put it in the freezer. We do not want this to freeze, but we're going to be heating up the coffee cup and getting everything all together. So for now, we're going to stick this in the freezer and we're going to get going. So now I just got done mixing the maple syrup and the whiskey and the black coffee. Now we're going to get that whipped topping. So now I put the whipped cream and I sprinkled some sprinkles for the top for a nice decorative touch. So here goes. You know what? I'm not much of a drinker, so I think I would actually cut the whiskey half down. But if you're not into drinking green beer for the parade, and when everybody comes to the house later on, after you have your nice meal, have some Irish coffee. This now brings us to our last words.
So we have the quote over here. St. Joseph did not do extraordinary things, but rather by the constant practice of ordinary and common virtues, he attained that sanctity which elevates him above all the other saints. And this is by St. Joseph Morello.
Okay, and my quote is like an old Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back, the sunshine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. So take care, everybody. God bless.
Yes.
And remember, God loves you.
Yes. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe.